Sikiksyd. This is a reading for the future of Virgo. You don't have to be a Virgo to resonate with this reading. You energetically connected to someone who does have Virgo somewhere in their aspect chart. You can have Virgo somewhere in your aspect chart, or you can request this reading. And it just resonates with you. Check your Mercury and Rhea Virgo aspect chart to see if it resonates with the reading. All the products I saw in the description box down below. Thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. Wow, this is a beautiful reading. Alright, let's get right into it. And remember, you can have Virgo somewhere in your chart. You can be connected to someone who has Virgo in their astrological chart. But you just give guys the reading and it resonates with you, okay? You don't have to be a Virgo to resonate with the reading. You have the Lovers, Gemini energy. You have the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius, and Saturn. That could be Capricorn, Aquarius energy. You have the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, with Gemini, Capricorn energy, and the Moon energy is the Two of Cups, Venus, and Cancer. That can also be Leo. This could be Venus here, this could be Venus and Leo energy. Alright. There is somebody who is deceased watching over your love life. It could have been a colleague, a schoolmate, a sibling, a friend. Okay. Could have been aunt, an uncle. We're talking about Gemini. So this is talking about sort of external family, but still considered sort of close. So it's the aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, great aunt, great uncle. Okay. Could have been sibling, somebody from school. Could have been a friend, or it could have been someone you used to be in love with. Right, like an old lover or something that is no longer living. With the Lovers here, if you're in a relationship and one of you, if you're married and one of you passes away, the other person will not remarry. Okay? It's a love that goes past death. If you're single, you are allowing love in. Okay? You're also choosing a lover. It's like you've released, with the Ten of Wands here, I almost want to say something that was aging you. If you see the Ten of Wands, doesn't it look like, it's almost like dreary, right? It's, the Ten of Wands is also like something that was philosophical or psychological or spiritual. It could have even been a pattern, could have been an addiction, could have been responsibilities, things that you felt obligated to, how you believed you were supposed to appear to others or represent yourself, how you felt you were supposed to show up in the eyes of others, or what you believe. What you believe could have been toxic. Whatever you philosophically, psychologically, spiritually, or religious believe, it could have been toxic, okay? And you released it. And because you released it, it does allow in love, okay? It allows in a lover. It allows in even the vibrational love. You may find that you're now loving what you do for a living. You may be finding that you love your friends, you love your family, you love your animals, your pets, or you love whatever it is. The love has been welcomed into your life because you're allowing yourself to love you. Whatever belief it was, or psychological, spiritual belief that you are releasing, it was something that was blocking love. Blocking love for you. The number 6 could be significant for you. Whoever you believe in, could be anybody, okay? Whatever religion it is or whatever it is spiritually that you believe, you're going to receive a sign. Okay? Something that's so crystal clear that there's no way that you could deny that it is not a sign from whoever it is that you believe in. Okay? You're going to receive full, absolute clarity that you've chosen the right lover. This is also like a very long message coming your way, a long letter, but this is also a complete sense of clarity. You see there's actually a high heel, and then there's like a leaf coming out of the other. This almost makes you feel like all sides of the truth. Perspective is everything, and everybody's reality is different, but this is talking about your truth about love, your truth about philosophy, your truth about psychology, spirituality. What's hidden from you is that you're going to be very compatible with somebody. Okay? It's like you're going to be able to trust them. And there's going to be a lot of romance or a sense of connection with this individual. Now, if you're in a relationship, I see you guys could be feeling more romantic during this time. There was something that really stunted. For some of you, it was commitment, because Jupiter is also the planet of the husband. So it could have been some type of, so it was like something that was blocking commitment from moving forward. Full commitment. Like almost like, oh, I would love to. This is like when, this is like when kids are in, school, like high school, and they say, ooh, I really want to commit to do track. I really want to do track and field, right? But then they say, oh, but I can't, because I also have this other sport that I'm doing during the same time, right? There's something else. There could have been something else that was blocking you from being able to commit to something. That could literally be an obligation, like, oh, I have to drop off, canned goods to this place, and I gotta go host a talk in this one other place, and I also have to go pick up food from this one place, gotta go to the gym at this time, over these. So all these different obligations, responsibilities, right, that could have gotten in the way of allowing love into your life. And it can also be like what you believed or just what you were obligated to, right? It's released in order for you to be liberated in love. I feel like saying liberated in love. That's really beautiful. I feel like that's the title of your video. Now, it looks very compatible. They're very happy. They can go on a date if you're single, or even if you're in a relationship. There's a feeling of romance. Someone could also, what did I say? Someone's also pregnant or just had a baby. Congratulations. So people like having to maybe be changing the baby a lot, or the baby wants a lot of milk, a lot of food. Okay. It can also be like the baby's very gorgeous, or this is what's to come. Like if somebody were to get pregnant right now, it'd be a girl. Like if somebody were to decide, okay, look, I want to get pregnant right now, and you are a Virgo, it would be a girl. Someone's also being proposed to, or if you're in a relationship, like you guys are moving in together. There's also somebody who wants to make things right, or like offer some type of apology or some type of form of love. Okay, your way. I also feel like you're going to be starting to do a very feminine job. So this could be like you work in makeup or hair, or you could sing. You could work in music. Music is considered somewhat a feminine energy because it's sitting in Pisces, which is very feminine on some level. It can also be masculine because of the Sagittarius energy that flows with Pisces, with them both coming also from Jupiter. But it's still, technically speaking, quite a feminine energy. Because in order to reach that level of delusion and imagination, there has to be a level of emotional availability and freedom from judgment, freedom of everything, a sense of surrender, in order for you to reach that magnitude of greatness, basically. To create something that has not been created before. To come into completion. Yeah. With the Two of Cups here, it's like you are feeling very romantic with somebody. This feels very like, it's like a conversation, emotionally fulfilling relationships and connections. Connections that make you feel safe, because it's Venus and Cancer, it must be Venus and Leo. So they bring emotional fulfillment. They bring a sense of joy. They make you laugh, right? Venus and Leo is like creativity, but it's also laughter. It makes you laugh. Some of you guys could do rap, dance, act, sing. You could be in the spotlight of some kind. The feminine energy is somebody who's also very financially stable or very well known. Okay. Venus and Leo is the minor arcana of the Empress. So if this is a relationship, it's a very privileged relationship. It's very financially stable. Someone could literally be born into wealth, or they just make a lot of money. The feminine energy most likely is the one who's more financially stable. Like they would bring a lot of money to the connection, relationship. If you are single and you've been going through like a difficult time, is what I see in the future. There's like somebody's coming into like a sort of like an angel, like they're coming into like a rock, right? There's a sense of safety, there's a sense of joy, there's a sense of fulfillment with this person. Okay. Wow. There's something that has been removed, something that was really heavy. Ten of Wands is like it was freaking heavy. And now you feel light as air. Ace of Swords. Light as air. Now what's interesting is Gemini cannot create anything without Virgo. Gemini is just a thought. Gemini is just a dream. Right? Gemini is just a sentence. It's just words. It's just your intellect. Right? And let's not act like that's not a big thing. That is a big thing. But at the end of the day, if it always remains a thought, and there's never any action behind it, any recognition that at some point, what you do and what you create is meant to help other people, then it's pointless. If it's all about you, then it's pointless. Now, Gemini energy also represents being able to converse and connect. You can't really get into Gemini energy unless you're actually allowing yourself to think of connecting. It's masculine energy, meaning there is another individual who's necessary in order for that energy to be created, right? And with Virgo, it's more of an isolated energy, more of an individualistic energy, but sitting in a sense of service, that by doing one's own mission or what one is meant to do, right? Their job, their sense of this is a purpose. They are able to then help others or even set an example for others, right? Wow. This is beautiful. The action. With Gemini, it's the thought, but with Virgo, it's the action. It's taking that thought and putting it into action and knowing that it is meant to not just help others, but also teach others and learn from others. Virgo's the student. It's about saying, yes, I stand up here and I do teach those that, watch Sikiksyd or who do come to Sikiksyd, who come to me. But I also learn a lot by those who do come to Sikiksyd and those who do watch me. And I hope that you learn something from me as much as I learned something from you. And I hope that I'm able to teach you something as much as you've taught me something. So you have soulmate recognition, the number 2, Moon and Virgo energy. You have the number 9, Virgo energy, passion. And then you have the number 22, which is a master number, deja vu. It's almost making me feel like that song by Beyonce, Deja Vu. I was just saying earlier that it felt like deja vu. And lately I was experiencing moments of deja vu, like feeling like, oh, this has already happened before. Then energy is grief and sadness, the number 10. Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn energy. You're receiving a promotion and you're also being recognized in your career during this time, especially by those that are in the public eye as well, those who may work in the public eye, the government, the military, and masculine figures. Many masculine figures. Any masculine figures in your life. There is, number 2, there's a feminine energy here that's very important to you. If you are, if we're talking about a romantic sense, okay? If you're a masculine energy, there's a feminine energy that is very important to you, that you recognize as a soulmate, or you feel like they're really important as far as they're someone that could be like your girlfriend, your wife, or you look at them as someone that is like a soulmate. You look at them as someone like they're really important to you romantically. Now, this is a connection that could have started, if you're single, it's a connection that started off emotionally and then we grounded itself into the physical reality, or it started off physically and just became purely emotional. If you're in a relationship, then you will be catered to in that relationship. That's funny. You'll be catered to. The number 9, I was hearing catered to you. Let me cater to you, cause the releases you take, do anything for my man, baby, you blow me away. Right? The number 9, passion, which is Virgo energy. Wanting a spiritual connection and not just being just sex or just whatever, but you want it to be something that's spiritual, something that could be centered in something. Jesus was Virgo, so something centered in this can be spirituality, service, whatever you do for work. It could be centered in career. It could be centered in you guys thriving off of it having a deeper meaning, it being bigger. With the Hermit, you can go into a spiritual teacher, spiritual guide, somebody who is very spiritually inclined and aware of spirituality. You're also spending a lot of time by yourself, really looking within yourself. Okay, a time of reflection, even about what type of soulmate do you want, right? And then recognizing that it's also the type of soulmate that you will become. What you seek is literally what you are on some level. You have to recognize that, like, the energy you embody is what you attract. So if you say, oh, I really want somebody who, you know, has a six-pack and they eat really well, you need to become somebody who eats really well and has a six-pack. You can't be asking for things that you can't provide. Or else you won't attract it, because it's not the energy that you're embodying. You know? With deja vu, the number 22, I was saying that recently so many different things that are happening around me felt like deja vu. I said, it's like a song. I was like, maybe it feels like deja vu. Like, what's going on? That's what I kept thinking of. And if you don't know what deja vu is, it's essentially the sensation that something has already happened before in a moment. You ever have a moment that you're experiencing, like, oh, this feels like this has already happened before, and then the moment passes. What is said is that it means that that exact moment is happening in a parallel universe, that it's already happened before. And you, right, are just becoming aware that this particular moment is happening at the exact same time as it's happening in another universe. It means that if you are aware that this has happened before, right, which means somebody else in another universe, you are doing it, right, because there's so many different universes, it means you have the opportunity to do something different, right? When I was younger, I would listen to Beyonce before I go to sleep, and I remember she had just dropped Dangerously in Love, and it was like, she had just dropped her CD, and I remember I was listening to, like, Yes. I would listen to Yes to go to sleep, and I would put the CD on, and it even had, like, you know, scratches, and sometimes it would skip, but it would play, and we would put it, you know, I would put it into the CD player, and, like, my headphones would barely work or whatever. When we talk about being the master architect, it requires some failure, right? And even Beyonce said, she's like, what people don't like about rehearsals is that you have to be humble. There's going to be times where you fail, there's going to be times you don't succeed, there's going to be times you make mistakes, and those are those times to make that mistake. You don't want to do it on stage. You have to be humble enough to make those mistakes and look stupid. Maybe you're not going to get it right the first time, that's okay, but if you keep doing it, you are going to perfect it. And a CD goes in a circular motion, which is the same as life, right? The circle of life. And what goes around comes around, just like deja vu. The opportunity to do something different. And if this could be like, maybe you are an artist and you're dropping a CD and saying, well, I can do something different with this new music. I can do something different with my life. Yeah, that day just went, right? That one spin just went, that one day just went. Well, today's a new day and I can be something new. And the thing about it is, yeah, maybe it's the same song. Maybe it's a different song. But you know what? It has a different meaning. I can tell you that songs that were made years ago, right? Even the song Yes never has the same meaning for me when I hear it. It's my favorite song. It never, that song by Beyonce, Yes, it never has the same meaning whenever I hear it. Never. That's the number 22. Being able to say, well, I can do things differently. Allowing yourself to see things differently. And then you step into teaching. The master teacher. There's also, like, a lot of romance going on here. I feel like somebody is wanting romance with you, creating a lot of romance with you, freeing up their time, their schedule for you, communicating a lot with you. And it's very romantic. It's very reciprocal. This is a relationship that is very faithful. And if you are single, this is a very beautiful relationship coming into your life. This is very gorgeous. What has passed is what was once what you considered beauty. The control. That it's easier to be sad than to allow in happiness, because when you are happy, there's an opportunity you could lose it. You'd rather even maybe isolate than have the opportunity to be around somebody who could disturb that and take that away, that feeling of happiness and that feeling of joy. I grew up in Long Beach with roses in the front, and I would prune them. It would look just like this. And the beautiful part is they would grow back 10 times more beautiful. Even what once has passed grows again. Virgo and Scorpio used to be one before Libra came in between. This is karma. You know karma, Virgo. You believe in karma, my love. You are the yin and yang. Polarity. Grace. Class is what Virgo represents. You know, the classiness of an individual. Release of control, right? You can't control that a rose died. I remember when I would look at these roses, I'm like, oh my God, why are they dying like this? Like, but I couldn't control it. I instead pruned it and I put it in the bag, and I recognized that it would take a time for it to grow in its own unique way. This is the end of control. And allowing yourself to be happy. This is real growth. This has been your reading, Virgo. Thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. I truly appreciate you. Ashe.